Hey, what's up? Mike from criticalbench.com here. Today I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. Her name is Dana Ailor, and she goes to church with me, and our kids hang out and play together, and she's friends with my wife, Courtney, as well. And through hanging out at church and stuff, I found out that she's a dietitian and also very heavily involved in fitness and promoting different shows. And she's going to be doing some guest videos for you, so I want to introduce her and give you guys a chance to get to know her a little bit. Hi, thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So how did you get started, not as a career, but working out in general? Like, how old were you?
Well, actually, my father was a bodybuilder growing up, so we kind of ate the diet growing up and kind of learned about, how to diet for shows. And then actually I was a gymnast, so I was a gymnast for about 10 years, and that kind of kept me in the bodybuilding and fitness career, and actually really just wanting to start competing. So I started competing when I was in college, and then it's a totally different aspect, competing compared to promoting shows, because my father actually promoted shows as well growing up. So we always helped backstage, and always saw everybody backstage, and I used to always want to say, or want to be one of those competitors, but it's so hard to actually get into it that you kind of need somebody else to direct you. So I did start working with somebody in college, and she really helped me compete, and I won my first show, and then it just, it's like a bug. Once you get bit, you just want to
What did you compete in?
Fitness.
Oh, you did fitness. So you did the different routines and...
Yep, because it kind of kept me in gymnastics, being a gymnast.
Yeah.
That way I could still do gymnastics after I was done. It was like a way to incorporate it, in my life.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Washington State.
Okay. And now the federation that you're involved with, your dad still runs that?
Yes, that is Alaska Bodybuilding Fitness Federation, only because all of our shows are in Alaska, because he's from Alaska, and I was born there, but we would always go back and forth, so I was really raised in Washington.
But you recently had one here in Florida, in Clearwater,
Yep.
right? How'd that go?
Great, it was awesome. We had 60 competitors. We had people from Washington State, Canada, Colorado, Nevada, and then all over Florida, and Georgia as well. But we also had a pro division, so that made it pretty cool.
So they win a pro card, or they are pros?
We had a pro men division where they are pros, and then the overall winners of bikini, bodybuilding, and fitness and figure got a pro card at our show.
You got the t-shirt on for the show right now if you want to check that out. We got some interviews going up too, some of the winners from the show. Those will be going up on the site shortly. So tell us about what you do for work. You're a dietitian. You said you work with some elderly people with that, but you also have the background with the bodybuilding and competing yourself. So
yeah, well, I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm licensed, and I just got my master's. So I really like working with people who are competing. But that's a totally different aspect of being a dietitian. I have worked with bikini competitors. A few difficult situations where one was a vegan and allergic to tofu, but she competed in bikini, so that was fun. And then I do work at a nursing home or rehab facility, so that's fun.
Do you see a big difference? I mean, obviously the diet of like an athlete versus an older person, but are the principles the same, or does it change greatly depending on who you're working with?
The principles are the same. It's mainly working with a balanced diet. And in bodybuilding and fitness, I know the huge confusion is really like limiting all your carbs or deleting all of the carbohydrates. And I actually get a lot of older patients who the doctors say, don't eat any fruit, don't eat any carbs. But that's not the case, because you really want to be a balanced diet, because your body won't function well if you're not in balance.
So you don't recommend any kind of extreme
right.
When you think of bodybuilding and stuff, like you said, it's completely getting rid of carbs and all kinds of different bodybuilding
and that
techniques.
causes kidney failure, which I don't know if you know, but the natural freak from EFX, he's actually on dialysis now because of limiting all the carbohydrates and putting way too much protein into his body. So stuff like that, you just got to be careful.
What do you recommend if a guy is trying to build muscle? Like, how much protein should they be eating a day?
It depends on their weight and their height, and just depends. You just really gotta. The general rule they say is like 1 gram per pound to build some muscle.
Like lean body mass though, not like what you totally weigh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And making sure it's like all lean proteins and healthier proteins.
Cool. Well, we're looking forward to hearing more about some of your tips and what you can share with the fans out there. So thanks a lot for being here.
Thanks for
having
having
me.
me.
All right. See you guys later.